Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of She Belongs, the C-Suite Feminist Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Rosenberg White, leadership strategist and executive coach. Today, we're diving into a topic that's essential for every leader: authentic leadership. Authentic leadership. It's a phrase we hear a lot, but what does it really mean? At its core, it's about being true to your values and leading in a way that aligns with your genuine self. My own journey to authentic leadership wasn't exactly a straight path. After years in the high-stakes world of tech leadership, I had a revelation. My most effective moments, the time when I really made a difference, they were when I was most myself. So let's break this down. What does authentic leadership look like in practice? I've identified 4 key pillars. First up, self-awareness. This is about really understanding your values, your strengths, and yes, your weaknesses too. It might involve journaling, meditation, or seeking feedback from others. If you're looking to dive deeper into this, check out the link to my free values assessment workbook in the show notes. Next, we have transparency. This means being open about your intentions, your feelings, and even your uncertainties. It's about showing up as human, as approachable, and as relatable. Let me share a quick story. During a major project setback, instead of trying to gloss over the issues, I chose to be completely open with my team. I laid out the challenges we were facing, discussed the potential impact, and linked it all back to our organizational vision. The result? Not only did they understand the gravity of the situation, but they felt empowered to share their ideas. The trust in my leadership deepened significantly. The third pillar is balanced processing. This means being open to hearing different perspectives, especially when making tough decisions. It's about actively seeking out diverse viewpoints and weighing them carefully. And finally, we have the ethical foundation. This is about leading with integrity, making sure your actions consistently reflect your moral standards and your personal values. It's about being a leader that people can trust because they know your words and your actions align. Now, let's talk about how to apply these principles in your day-to-day leadership. First, start small. Choose one aspect of your leadership style you want to align more closely with your personal values. Maybe it's the way you conduct meetings, how you give feedback, or how you celebrate team successes. Foster authenticity within your team. Create spaces for open dialogue, encourage personal development, and recognize the unique contributions of each team member. Implement what I call authenticity audits. Regularly review your practices, communications, and decisions to ensure that they align with your core values. Embrace feedback, both giving and receiving it genuinely. Create a culture where feedback is seen as a gift, not as a burden. And don't forget to celebrate authenticity in others. When a team member makes a brave decision, shares a new idea, or opens up about a challenge, acknowledge their courage. Now, I know what you're thinking. Rachel, this all sounds great in theory, but what about the challenges? One major hurdle is the fear of vulnerability. Many leaders worry that showing their true selves could undermine their authority, but let's reframe that. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. It's about showing your team that it's okay to be human, to not have all of the answers, and to make mistakes sometimes. Back to that example earlier, Early in my role as a CIO, I faced that significant project setback. Instead of trying to shield my team, I chose to be open about the issues. I shared my concerns, my thought process, even my uncertainties about the next step, and the result was that powerful brainstorming session where we collectively found a path forward. It didn't just solve the problem, it strengthened our bond and improved our collaborative process. Another challenge is maintaining authenticity in a culture that doesn't always support it. Start here with small steps. Consistently communicate your core values through your actions. If transparency is key for you, make sure your team knows why your decisions are being made and explain your rationale. Invite feedback and invite it often. And remember, it's about finding the right balance between personal connection and professionalism. You don't need to share everything, but share enough to show that you empathize with your team's situation. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that authentic leadership is a continuous journey. It evolves as you grow and as your understanding deepens. Regularly seek feedback from your peers, from your mentors, and even from your team. Ask them, how can I improve? What does support look like to you? And what areas do you think I should focus on? This not only helps you grow, but it also reinforces your commitment to authenticity. Finally, consider the broader impact of your leadership. Think about how your authentic approach can contribute to societal change. Whether it's championing diversity, advocating for ethical practices, or supporting community projects, use your position to make a difference. Thank you for joining me on this first episode of She Belongs, the C-Suite Feminist. I hope this discussion inspires you to embrace your authentic self in your leadership journey. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to authentic leadership. The key is to stay true to your values, to continually strive for transparency, and to lead with empathy and integrity. Please subscribe to our podcast, share your thoughts in the comments, and spread the word to fellow leaders. Together, let's lead with authenticity and make a positive impact in our world. Until next time, this is Rachel. Keep leading, keep growing, and keep being authentically you.